Well, let me tell you how I got to Greenwood. I was in Columbia, the state capital, and I was at a banquet for state legislators there. And I was sitting next to a state legislator, and I wanted her support. So I said, will you support me? She said, I will support you if you are willing to come to my hometown of Greenwood, South Carolina. And I must have had a glass of wine or something, because I just said, fine, no problem. Come to find out that Greenwood is about an hour and a half from every place else. So the next time I'm in South Carolina, it's about a month later, we fly in, we get into the hotel late. You know, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and my staff, they tap me on the shoulder, they say, Senator, we're sorry to remind you, but you've got to wake up at 6 in the morning to go to Greenwood. The next morning I wake up and I'm exhausted. I've been campaigning all week. And I pull open the curtains in the hotel room and it's pouring down rain. And I open the newspapers and there's a bad story about me in the newspaper. And when I go downstairs to get in the car, the umbrella blows backwards and I get wet. So I'm sitting there wet and cold and sleepy, and my staff's not talking to me because they know I'm in a bad mood. And we drive and we drive and we drive and drive, and finally we get to Greenwood, although you don't know that you're in Greenwood right away because there's not much there. But we pull alongside this park and there's this small building, and we go in the building and there's the state representative and 20 people. That's it, 20 people. And I'm thinking, that was a long drive. But, you know, I'm a professional. I'm supposed to be, you know, cheerful and so I'm shaking hands, and how do you do, and what do you do? But they're all looking kind of damp and sleepy and not really that into meeting me. But then suddenly, we hear this voice in the back. Fired up! And then the same voice says, ready to go! And all the people and we hear it again, fired up! And all the other 20 people, they all say, fired up! And ready to go! And all the other 20 people say, ready to go! And we look back and there's this little woman. She's about 5'2", maybe 60 years old. She's got an outfit, got a church hat, and she's got her arms up and she's grinning at me. And she says, fired up! Come to find out, she is a city councilwoman in Greenwood, South Carolina, who is famous for her chant. And for the next 5 minutes, she keeps on saying, fired up! And the other 20 people are saying, fired up! And she says, ready to go! And they say, ready to go! And for, you know, the first minute or so, my staff and I, we're just looking at each other like, what are we going to do? But here's the thing. After 2 minutes or so, I'm feeling kind of fired up. And I'm feeling like I'm ready to go. And that shows you the power of one voice. When one person gets fired up and one person's ready to go, suddenly a room can be ready to go, and a city can be ready to go, and a country can be ready to go. And that is what is going to happen in this election. So here's my question. Are you fired up?
Fired up!
Are you ready to go?
Ready to go!
Are you fired up?
Fired up!
Are you ready to go?
Ready to go!
Are you fired up?
Fired up!
Fired up?
Fired up!
Fired up?
Fired up!
Thank you. Let's go change the world. Thank you.